Amazing things can happen when you push the right buttons. Introducing the 240 horsepower S2000 Roadster from Honda.
This is the Honda S2000, a roadster that could kick the Miata's ass without the insane cost of a Porsche, but it also delivers one of the most purest, fun, and exhilarating driving experiences you can have from a car in the entire world. This is the Honda S2000 in context, and just like the E46 M3, it seems that it shares the same basic principle. This is truly an end of an era. You see, back in the days, Hondas were all about motorcycles. And then when they finally started getting into cars, the first roadster that came out of that line was the Honda S360. And then after that came the S500, S600, and then the S800. Then it took a hiatus for 20 years and it didn't come back until recently during the mid to late 90s. At first it came out as a concept car in the Tokyo Auto Show back in 1995. Honda had just revealed the SSM or Sports Study model, and it was really evolutionary for its time just based on the looks alone. Some of the features it had was a liquid crystal display pack. Air conditioning was pretty standard at the time, but what wasn't and really shocked everyone was computerized navigational systems. In 1995, they were advanced. It also didn't have a typical key startup like many other Hondas did at the time, and many other cars also as well. Instead, you're greeted to a beautiful engine start push button to activate the beautiful startup sound. Yes, there was an engine in the concept, and it was actually a pretty unique little thing too. A 2-liter 5-cylinder twin overhead camshaft VTEC 20-valve unit. Just to give you a perspective, Honda hasn't made another 5-cylinder engine since 1998. But around the time the concept car was out, they were pretty fucking badass, with the most notable one being the G25A, which produced around 187 horsepower. Unfortunately though, the concept was only in an automatic. It sucks. It had the NSX derived F-matic transmission though, which had 5 speeds and fingertip control. But that definitely didn't slow it down, not in the slightest. And the concept car had a claimed top speed of 155 miles per hour, which is pretty damn fast. Honda wanted to start going into production with the concept in the 1998 model year, but they saved it. Now why, you ask? Why would they save it? Because in April 1999, it was Honda's 50th anniversary. It was their birthday, and they wanted to release the S2000 to show their celebration for it. The first models that rolled off the assembly line, they were called the AP ones, and in classic Roadster form, it only had 2 seats, a drop top, and there was also something new: no automatic transmission. That's right, this model and the newer AP2 only came with a 6-speed manual transmission and a Torsen LSD, right for the driving enthusiasts and the purists. The engine also came different from the concept. They chopped off 1 cylinder and the F20C was born. It shared some similar specs to the one in the concept. It was a 2-liter double overhead cam VTEC engine, but this was different. It made 247 horsepower, which at the time was the record set ever for the highest engine output of a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder production engine at the time. Pretty damn impressive. And it could propel the little Roadster to 60 in about 6 seconds. It's important to note that this is the original engine, or original version of the F20C. There was also another version that came out in the AP2 S2000s, but that was called the F22C1. Basically, it had a bump in displacement, which means it made more torque, but it dropped horsepower figures a little bit though, to 240. The F20C engine is mostly an original design, and it only shares the bore spacing to other Honda F engines, but it shares some Honda engineering magic and expertise with Honda's legendary K-Series motors. You'll hit VTEC at around 6,000 revolutions per minute, and a max redline doesn't end until 9,000 RPM, which makes it one of the most highest revving cars ever made, next to the Mazda RX-8 and the Ariel Atom V8. Now on the inside, there's not much to be desired, and that's expected. There's not much to be distracted by either. You have a radio that's hidden behind a plastic cover, and all the controls you will ever need are on the left and right part of the steering wheel, which is actually pretty convenient because the driver can control what he wants since this is a driver's car. Passenger, you are screwed. However, what really shocked everyone was the instrument display, the gauges. It was all digital. It was all RPM digital. Everything. This shit looked like it came out of Star Trek. The lights flew across the gauge cluster. The RPMs, they did this thingy that was like rectangles. Anyways, Honda innovated and strayed away from the classic gauge design to give us something that actually felt special and desired. And today, these cars are still desired. When these cars came out, they were not cheap at all. The base model started at the mid-30s and the special Club Racer edition, which added aero bits, a few color differences, new tires, and lighter weight costed around the late 30s. Today in the used market, these cars are still expensive to buy, but to own them outshines the cost tenfold. As a budget roadster that won't totally break your bank, but with the style and performance to outclass and outperform Miatas, with nothing else but you, the car, and the road, its true connected feel and basic touch offers something you don't get a lot of nowadays. This is truly made of
the power of dreams.
Hey guys, just wanted to thank you for watching my video on the Honda S2000 Roadster. The reason the outro is different this time than my last video is because every time I need to make an outro, whether it's putting the pictures of the next video that's coming up, or my channel art, or the words of my social media and stuff like that, every time I need to reuse it, I have to pay $9, which is bullshit. So for now, this is going to be my outro explaining what's going to happen next. So basically my ideas for the next video is either going to be my car or some car that I rent from Turo. It's a new series that's starting called Context Life, where I'm going to review cars in real life and give you some details and even more with visual aids. So I hope you guys enjoy that. So just stay tuned. Whoever's watching this, please subscribe. It means a lot in the world to me. And you guys are awesome. So thank you.